What's going on, guys? So today I thought I would make a different type of video, not edited. Gonna kind of kick this a little bit old school on how I'm doing this, since there's really no point in me editing this since it's not the biggest collection in the world. But today I am going to be showcasing my entire Bob the Builder VHS collection. I've been collecting Bob the Builder media for about like almost 2 years now, something like that. And I don't have a complete collection. I almost have every single retail tape. I'll definitely say that. Not to spoil it or anything, but there is one tape that I'm missing, and we'll definitely get into that when we do. I have it, but it's just not with me. It's currently at a friend's house, since I gave it to him a long while back, and he said that he didn't want it anymore, so I told him I would just take it. So, yeah, it's going to be a very fun video, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy a different part of a collection that I also focus on other than just Thomas. So, let's begin. So first up, we got the 2001 VHS of Can We Fix It? This has a Goodwill sticker on it, but I did not buy this from a Goodwill. Unfortunately, my local Goodwills don't have anything good anymore. There's the tape. The print date is October 16th, 2001. If the camera would like to pick that up. There is that in there, so I might have to just put it on the side or something, but okay. Up next, we got To the Rescue, also from 2001, but this is actually the 2002 re-release by Hit Entertainment, because it does not have the Hit logo on the front, and the Lyric Studios logo is not on the spine. So, yeah, this is a reprint. This is actually my fiance's brother's old childhood copy, so that's pretty cool. He just said that I could just take it, so that's neat. There's the tape. And the print date is, whoa. Sorry, I'm not used to how this camera works on my phone. My phone just updated today. The print date is June 27th, 2002. Up next, we got Pets in a Pickle, 2001. There's the tape. It has the Hit Entertainment logo on it, so this is actually a second edition of the label. And the print date is November 13th, 2002. Now this one is one of my favorites. I just got this not too long ago. It's one of the rarest, if not probably the rarest tape in my collection. This is the Blockbuster exclusive VHS of Bob's Busy Day, which has Pets in a Pickle and Bob's Big Day on one tape. In case you're wondering, because Bob's Big Day is not an actual video, this is actually an earlier version of the Celebrate with Bob VHS before it was actually released. I do have this in a box protector, but I'll take it out just so you guys can see the tape. No stickers on this thing. It did have stickers at one point, but I've since then peeled them off. I actually did still keep the purchasing date sticker, October 28th, 2004 for $4.99. All right, now I'm just gonna set my camera down right here so that way I can get the protector out. Okay. Took it out of the box. Here's what the tape looks like. This camera does just not want to focus anymore. The print date is July 24th, 2001. So that one also did have a Blockbuster sticker on the bottom, but after many, many hours trying to get it off, but there it is. Great piece. Okay, next we got Bob's White Christmas, which this one was also for Blockbuster. Purchasing day is July 4th, 2005, so 4th of July of that year. There's the tape. It's got large reels, which is super interesting. I thought this was only shown on the screener version of this tape, but I don't think this tape's a screener. I have not tested it. I literally just got it today. But there it is. Print date is September 5th, 2001. And I do have another copy of the same tape, just without the stickers. And this one has small reels, but then the label is also more like an orangish red. And it has a slightly later print date, September 17th, 2002. So this one has updated previews. So that's neat. Next, we got the big game. I should have pointed out that Bob's White Christmas was released in 2001, and same with this tape. There it is. Print date is November 29th, 2001. Busy Bob and Silly Spud from 2001. Whoops. Well, that just gave it away right there. This is actually a screener copy. I got this from a lot along with Can We Fix It a long while back. I'm still missing the retail tape. And I do gotta clean this. Looks like someone wrote a marker and a crayon on it, but it should be easily fixed. You probably can't see the print date because it is invisible ink. But it's December 14th, 2001. Again, you can't really see that. It's in like white invisible ink text. Now you can kind of see it. If the camera would like to focus, that'd be awesome. There we go. Sorry if you hear the dog whining downstairs. I don't know what his deal is today. He's been like that all day, unfortunately. Still gotta get the retail copy for that tape. Celebrate with Bob. I believe this is from 2002, if I'm correct. Is it 2002? Yes, 2002. This is, like I said, the actual release for Bob's Big Day, except instead of when I forgot what mini adventure was on the Bob's Big Day video. I think it was something about Bob. But this one has Wendy's watering can instead, so it was later changed. Tape still needs to be rewound. Print date is July 22nd, 2002. And I also have another copy of the tape, but this one is the slipcase copy. So I'll just show off the top here, because the spine is exactly the same. Also still needs to be rewound. Print date is January 3rd, 2003. Next we got Bob Saves the Day. This is a slipcase copy. This is my only copy of the tape. Slightly faded on the top. Even though it says not for individual sale, this tape is not a screener. The screener tape would have been in a clamshell with that sticker on it, I believe. Here it is. Print date is January 2nd, 2003, so the day before the Celebrate with Bob slipcase. The Knights of Fix-A-Lot. I believe this is from 2003. What year was Bob Save the Day? That one's also 2003. Okay. So now we're in the 2003 era of the tapes. There it is. Print date is February 3rd, 2003. And I also have the slipcase copy, which I believe was the first one that I got. If the camera would focus on it. Focus. There we go. This camera has a lot of issues. I need a new one. Jesus, come on. Focus. Oh, I hate this thing. Come on. It's like it's focusing on the ground more than the tape itself. Come on. There, January 30th, 2003. Sorry about that, guys. Building Friendships, 2003. there's writing on the top, but that's just how I got it. There we go. Print date is April 17th, 2003. Start a new stack here so that way it doesn't fall over. Here's the slipcase of Building Friendships. However, it's not the correct tape. It actually has Yes We Can inside. Print date is March 4th, 2005. I'm sorry. Clearly I can't read. Here's one of my newest additions, Digging for Treasure, part of the specially priced offer tapes. It's a little creased up, but I bought this in a lot because I needed this along with one other tape, and this was the cheapest ones that I was able to get. So that's why I got it. This tape is not rare though. It was much more convenient for me to buy the lot. Print date is October 17, 2003. Okay. Next is Can Do Crew. It's actually one of my worst condition tapes because there's a rip on the top and it's badly faded, but I've had this for a while, so I guess it kind of makes sense. This is how I bought it. Print date is July 25th, 2003. Next we have Teamwork in 2003. Wait, yep, 2003. There it is. If the camera will show it. Print date is June 13th, 2003. Okay. Next we got Bonus Video, which was included in the copies with Teamwork. I believe that it was probably like sold in like Walmart or something when these were paired up. Here we are. Print date is June 12th, 2003, so I think the day before the Teamwork. Now here's one of the rarest ones. This is Free Bonus Video. I never knew about this up until I think sometime last January when I saw it on eBay, and it was selling for like I think over $100, but I managed to get mine for about $30. Didn't think that was that bad of a deal. There it is. I believe this is a Canadian tape, but I'm not 100% sure. If that's the case, I believe that's the cartridge number, 6 out of 3. A Christmas to Remember from 2003. This is another one of those thicker clamshells, just like with Bob's White Christmas. Oh, and there goes the tape. There it is. Print date September 9th, 2003. Now, I did have the screener for this at one point, but I sold that to a friend of mine, Fabian's Media Corner 2001. But I believe I found another copy, and that one's sealed, so at some point I am currently waiting to get that. I'll do an update whenever I get the remaining stuff, but even then, like sometimes some stuff just pops up randomly. Anyway, Tool Power. This is the slipcase version. I do have the clamshell one on the way. That one I'll make a video on because that one's a special copy. At least I believe it is. Print date is November 15th, 2003. Alright, now this one I'll just do side by side. I have 2 copies of Muck's Favorite Adventures. I believe this one's the earlier print, just because it doesn't match with how the design is for this one, with the other Favorite Adventures series as well, but as you can see, there is a slight difference in the covers. The backs are also slightly different too. These are flipped around, as you can see. So that is there, or this is here, that's there, that's there, that's there. It looks like one of them came with a toy and the other one didn't, but I'll just give it a better look here before I continue on. Here it is. Print date is February 10th, 2004. And then here's this one. And this one is January 14th, 2004. So maybe this one's earlier, but it doesn't make sense because all the other Favorite Adventures tapes look like this with like that like steel background on it, but I don't know. Anyway, Scoop's favorite adventures. Here's a little question for you guys. If you guys feel like dropping down a comment. Who is your favorite out of all of the construction vehicles for Bob? I don't really have a set favorite at the moment. Print day is December 31st, 2003. I do like Muck though. Muck and Lofty so far. They're my two favorite characters. Alright, Dig Lift Hall. I believe this was one of the last ones to get one of these like clamshell cases. I've seen more of the slipcase for this one now, but I don't have that one. Print date is February 10th, 2004. I believe Muck's favorite adventures was the... Okay, so Scoop's favorite adventures is from 03, so I think this is the first tape from 2004, if I'm correct. Alright, here's one of the rare ones, Building Yard Adventures. This is what came in that lot with Digging for Treasure. That's the main reason why I bought it. Because this tape goes for a bit of money now, for whatever reason. But have it now, after a long, brief period of waiting. Print date is May 3rd, 2004. And the last of the specially priced offer tapes, Machine Team Fun, which I actually did buy sealed, but it is a bit faded, unfortunately. But this tape has never even been played before. Eventually I'll get around to watching this one. Print day is December 18th, 2003. Alright, now this one's going to be interesting. I have 3 copies of the live show, but here's the first one that I have. As you can see, it says details inside. This is actually a screener cover for this. And this does not have that little like hole on the bottom on this one. I actually have a... I have the Steamies vs. Diesels Thomas screener just like this, which I haven't shown off yet for my collection video. But however, this is not a screener, even though it may look like it, because it does not say SCR right there. So someone either, like the person I bought this from must have either never had the case for it or they swapped it. But the print date is June 30th, 2004. I mean, for all I know, this literally could have came like this, but that really wouldn't have made much sense to me. Anyway, here's the clamshell version of the live show. I really should not have this many copies of this thing, but here we are. Print date is June 16th, 2004. And then I have the slipcase copy. Even though I just showed it off, but that one's the screener, so I wouldn't really count that much. Print date is May 4th, 2004. So that one's earlier for some reason. Snowed Under the Bobblesburg Winter Games. I don't think this one ever had a clamshell release. I think this was the first like exclusive slipcase tape in terms of like after they got rid of the clamshells. August 19th, 2004. Rolly's Favorite Adventures. It's a little creased up, but not too bad other than the fading on the top two. And there goes the dogs. Here's the label. Print date is July 15, 2004. Oh god, my legs. Okay. Almost done. Bob's Favorite Adventures. It's kind of surreal that it took them this long to release Bob's, but I think that's pretty cool nonetheless. Print date is July 16, 2004. And this is another one where I do have 2 copies of Dizzy's Favorite Adventures. Now the covers are exactly the same. The only difference is that this one is not faded and this one is. I'll just show off the cleaner one just because this is my main copy. There goes the camera. Okay. All right, now this one looks like this. Print day is October 25th, 2004. And this one is a sticker label copy, which I thought was pretty bizarre. And the print date is January 9th, 2005, so it's a slightly later print. And the last of the Favorite Adventures series is Lofty's Favorite Adventures. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do like Wendy's Favorite Adventures, because I quite like Wendy as a character, so yeah, a little bizarre. Print date is October 25th, 2004. Yes, we can. All right, now this one has some pamphlets in here. I'm not going to show those off just because I don't really have the time. Maybe I'll make another video showing these off. Print date is December 23rd, 2004. It's got a Sam's Club coupon, and then, like I said, it's got a little pamphlet in here, but like I said, I'm not going to show that off today. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that's in there. Help is on the Way from 2005. Oh, this camera, Jesus. There we go. Print date's March 4th, 2005. Oh, what the hell was this? All right, I don't know how that fell, but all right. Getting the job done. Whoops. Didn't mean to drop that. This one has some more inserts in here. Another pamphlet. Print date is May 9th, 2005. Come on. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I hate putting the camera down, but it's the only way I can show this off. Okay. Bob's Big Plan from 2005. I remember this was a bit hard to track down. That's why it's not in the greatest condition, but I got this for like less than $10, so I couldn't really complain there. Print date September 5th, 2005. Project Build It, and They Will Come. This is another one that took me a minute to get. It's in really good condition. It looks like it was just brand new, but I bought it like used. It's a white tape with a sticker. Print date is September 29th, 2005. Oh, did this sticker almost just come off? All right, I gotta be really careful, because if that sticker comes off, then I'm screwed. And the last of the English tapes that I have is When Bob Became a Builder, also from 2005. Actually, no, this is 2006, isn't it? Yeah, this is 2006. This is a black tape reprint, as you can see. The print date is January 24th, 2006. Now, I do have Hold On to Your Hard Hats. That's the tape that I was mentioning earlier that I do have. It's just not with me. So I'll have to show that off in an update video. But I still have a couple more tapes to show off. I'm not including my PBS recording tape, because that's also not with me. But I have a couple international tapes to show off real quick. Here is the US Spanish version of To the Rescue. Print date's October 20, come on. It's October 25th, 2002, but the camera ain't focusing. There we go. Now here's the actual Latin VHS from Tycoon Home Video. Bought this from a US seller, surprisingly. Was surprised to see this in America, but can't really be surprised by that. It's a white tape. Print date is March 22nd, 2002. It's in a much harder clamshell. And then these last tapes are French-Canadian tapes. Here is Can We Fix It? And on the bottom it says Yes We Can. So that's pretty interesting. They added that extra subtitle. These ones are in like those like more common plastic clamshells. Cartridge number is 1 out of 3. Celebrate with Bob. I would like to get more of these, but importing these from Canada is just, and it's just been kind of a nightmare recently. Cartridge number is 1 out of 10. And that's only because of the shipping fees. A Christmas to Remember. It's so weird how these are like somewhat common, but then the Thomas ones aren't. Make that make sense. It's a black tape. Cartridge number is 3 out of 13. Snowed Under, the Babelsberg Winter Games. I like how the clamshell is white on this one. Cartridge number is 1 out of 5. Yes, we can. These last 3 I actually bought together sometime like last January, I believe. And these were like brand new. These have never even been played. Cartridge number 6 out of 7. And then there's a pamphlet that was included with it. Build It and They Will Come. Oh, that one's really hard to open. It's a black tape with a white stickers. That's interesting. The print date is October 18, 2005, and it has this product guide inside, which I thought was pretty neat. And the last tape that I have is When Bob Became a Builder. And it's a black tape with a black sticker label. Oops. And the print date, so focus on it, January 7, 2006. So there we have it. That is my entire Bob the Builder VHS collection. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate you guys liking it if you did. And stay tuned for more videos in the near future. See you guys later.